These different piles of soil are things that we utilize throughout the year to amend our beds. Wood chip piles, so kind of just whatever supplies we need to either mulch our beds or, again, amend the soil. This is our herb garden, which you can see here. We have thyme, we have rosemary, we have the chives. No matter your physical capabilities, we have kids in here, we have special needs people that come volunteer at the community garden. It's a great way to give to the community. The orchard is part of our memorial garden, and so a lot of these trees that we've planted in the orchard, we've actually named after like a founding member or a member who's maybe passed on. In 2014, the community garden worked really hard to save up money to get this high tunnel. This is a huge addition to our community garden because number one, we can extend our growing season, but number two, we can provide a place that our nightshades like tomato plants love. So this tunnel has 200 tomato plants in it. We have 17 different varieties of tomatoes in here. And you can see this guy gets heavier and heavier the bigger the fruit goes. So we just are wrapping some twine gently around the stalk of the plant and then tying it up to whatever you're trellising it to. You'll have a tomato plant that maybe will produce all its tomatoes at one time. So the benefit of that is that you harvest all those, you can go back and can them. All of these are tomato plants starting from here down, but we have this huge sunflower. Look at the size of this thing. He is easily 9 feet tall. And we just can't wait for him to open up and just smile that big old sunny smile at us. After you've been gardening a while, you will get volunteer plants. So these are seeds that were either left behind by the fruit or the plant. And that's beautiful to see too, like what will grow in that soil. You didn't have any intention of having that particular plant, but that's kind of exciting to see it come to life anyway. So some of them are starting to turn color already. Look at this guy. That's kind of an in-between stage, and then he'll get redder. This is where when we planted them, we put them in those walls of water. This bag right here has these tubes that you fill with water. You put this around the plant, and what happens is during the day, the temperatures and the sun reflecting off of this will heat this water that's in these tubes up. And then at nighttime, when the temperatures cool down, it keeps that warmth around the plant. It's like a mini greenhouse, and it gives us a longer growing season. We can put them out in the elements earlier by having this wall of water. So this plant is called Borage, and this is an amazing companion plant for our tomato plants. The symbiotic relationship between these two is pretty awesome. These beautiful little flowers, little purple blue flowers on them, they seem so small, but the bees absolutely love them. So this brings in our pollinators to come here, as well as then they'll pollinate our tomato plants. The other cool thing about borage is it repels the tomato hornworm, which is an enemy of our tomato plants. They'll eat our leaves, and you can see how the pollinators love it. This is where our honeybees are. So one of our volunteers is actually a beekeeper up here on the mountain, so he knows all about them.